Get ready for the action because Jannik Sinner is on a massive run. He is coming off 5 straight ATP Masters 1000 wins, including a recent title in Madrid, and we dive into the single skill that is separating him from the rest of the field. We break down how Sinner is dominating the clay courts and what his incredible serve statistics reveal about his dominance on the tour.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the growing tension among the elite. Jannik Sinner has spoken out, saying that players are not getting the respect they deserve, sparking serious conversation about player welfare and revenue sharing at the biggest tournaments. We explore what the top 10 players are demanding and the debate surrounding potential Grand Slam boycotts. Then, we hear directly from Lorenzo Musetti about the impact of Jannik Sinner's success on his own career. Musetti admits that Sinner has opened a new path in Italian tennis, and we discuss the rising standards of judgment from fans and insiders as top players push for fairness in prize money distribution. Finally, Jannik Sinner sends a bold warning after Aryna Sabalenka sparked boycott talks over player treatment. We examine the history of player action, from the 1973 Wimbledon protest to recent movements, and what this signals for the future of professional tennis. Stay with us, because this is the breaking news you need to know. Jannik Sinner is riding a significant wave of momentum heading into the Italian Open as the top seed, building on a remarkable run of 5 consecutive ATP Masters 1000 titles, including his most recent victory in Madrid, alongside wins at Monte Carlo, Indian Wells, and Miami. Sinner has firmly established himself as an elite ball striker and an aggressive shotmaker from both wings. However, analysts point to a crucial evolution in his game: his exceptional ability to defend and counter, which became particularly evident during recent matches. This defensive prowess is complemented by substantial improvements in his serve, an area that previously drew criticism, notably following his loss at the US Open, where his first serve percentage was low. Sinner has dedicated significant work to refining his rhythm and toss, resulting in him leading the entire ATP Tour in serve rating with a mark of 300.4. While his first serve percentage remains at 63.4%, ranking him 39th, his efficiency in winning first serve points stands at an impressive 79.8%. Furthermore, his second serve points won rate is 58.9%, and he boasts a service games won rate of 92.5%. Despite these achievements, Sinner will compete without his usual coach for the 5th consecutive tournament due to Simone Vagnazzi's suspension. Nevertheless, his performance on clay courts has been outstanding, with Rick Machi, a former Serena Williams coach, predicting continued dominance. Machi stated, "Beating Sinner at the French Open is impossible unless he gets injured or sick. 3 out of 5 times, he mentally puts you in a vice, and you cannot think twice. His patterns and milliseconds on the red dirt make more shots squirt and give him more time to hit on a dime. On clay, opponents do not get free lunches on serve and they feel even more nerve. The flamethrower will be the last man standing in France and enjoying another Grand Slam dance." The top echelon of tennis players is increasingly vocal about a perceived lack of respect and inadequate financial compensation from Grand Slam tournaments, sparking serious discussions about potential player boycotts. Jannik Sinner, the ATP World #1 and 4-time Grand Slam champion, stated that the primary issue is respect, asserting that players are not receiving what they deserve amid calls for a boycott. This sentiment is echoed by fellow top players. Aryna Sabalenka suggested that players will at some point boycott a major tournament. The top 10 men and women players are demanding a greater share of the revenue generated by the 4 slams, along with increased benefit contributions and greater influence over scheduling decisions. Sinner highlighted that while money is a factor, respect is paramount, noting that requests made to Grand Slam representatives have not yielded satisfactory conclusions, such as a formal player council. Novak Djokovic added support for the movement, emphasizing that players know they have his backing and that the current position of players regarding slams and tour needs to be addressed. Concerns over prize money are also central to the debate. Sinner expressed disappointment with the 9.5% prize money offered at the French Open, believing the total sum falls significantly short of the 22% of tournament revenue players feel they are entitled to. While recent tournaments have seen prize money increases, Sinner acknowledged the need for change, stating, "We truly hope that it's going to be better." World number 4 Coco Gauff indicated she would consider joining a boycott if players could unite and collaborate. This call for collective action is not unprecedented in tennis history, referencing past instances where players have united to protest decisions regarding player welfare and revenue distribution, such as the 1973 Wimbledon boycott. However, Sinner remains cautious about committing to a boycott, admitting it is difficult to predict the future. He stressed that while players respect the tournaments for elevating the sport, the current situation requires addressing conflicts of interest. The debate remains complex, balancing the desire for better financial terms and respect against the practical realities of participation, as players weigh the potential for collective action against the risks involved. Lorenzo Musetti is addressing the impact of Jannik Sinner's recent success on his own career, acknowledging that Sinner's achievements have occasionally affected his confidence. Speaking to reporters ahead of his opening match at the Italian Open, Musetti stated that Sinner has opened a new path in Italian tennis, noting the significant rise in public and insider standards of judgment. Musetti admitted that despite his own solid career, including 2 titles, 7 runner-up finishes, and deep Grand Slam runs, he has sometimes been overshadowed. He mentioned that despite being ranked number 5 in the world, he sometimes hears comments suggesting he has not won a title in 4 years. Jannik Sinner, who has recently secured his 5th consecutive ATP Masters 1000 title, has been a standout in men's tennis overall. The duo are both aiming for strong performances at the Italian Open, starting in the second round of the ATP Masters 1000 event in Rome, seeking to avoid early exits like Matteo Berrettini. Beyond on-court rivalries, the top players are also engaging with broader issues in professional tennis. Musetti confirmed his support for a letter from the top 10 regarding revenue distribution, a topic they have discussed, emphasizing that unity among the leaders of the rankings will help amplify their voices and potentially lead to better results. He expressed optimism for Musetti's prospects at the French Open, given his previous run to the semifinals, despite the disappointment of falling short against Carlos Alcaraz in Paris last year. Jannik Sinner has issued a strong warning regarding the implications of Aryna Sabalenka's sparking boycott, talks concerning player treatment at a Grand Slam event. The situation has escalated, leading to discussions among players about potential collective action. This development signals a growing tension within the professional tennis circuit. The news highlights a significant moment where athlete concerns intersect with high-profile tournament dynamics, potentially reshaping the landscape of professional sports conduct. Further details on the specifics of the boycott talks and Sinner's warning are expected to emerge as the situation unfolds.